Introducing the limited edition Jesse Hayward Complete Box Set. Remember, kids, it's time to be great. Now is the time to lock in. Greatness, sacrifice.
Test my love for you. Don't know how to express my love. That's why American Express my love for you. I need you, yeah, I really do. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do.
Okay.
Tell me what to do. All I know is hit the mall and see what damage I could do.
Okay.
I give you the world, but there's other planets too where I need someone to
Our flight's been delayed. Bummer. It's kind of mid.
Yeah.
Julie's not a fan of this airplane. No, we can't have something political on the TV. Much better. There we go. Yeah. What's up, everybody? Jesse here. We just made it to Stanford University in Palo Alto for the Stanford Invitational. First 800 meter of outdoor season. Like I said, we just got to Stanford, flew into San Francisco, and we are going to start getting ready for our pre-meet. We're going to do around 4 to 5 miles. We're going to do some strides, maybe try to get into our spikes. Go check out the track. I've been here before. I was here 2 years ago for this same meet here in Stanford. Ran the 800 then as well. Hopefully we can do a little bit better than we did last time, but we'll break down a little bit more of this 800 a little bit later. But yeah, we're going to do this pre-meet, going to relax the rest of the day, probably get some pre-meet dinner, and that will be that. So, see you guys for pre-meet. Here we go.
For good luck. Don't pick them.
I'm gonna pick one.
Oh.
If you wanna be a wonder, baby, come and show it. Tell me what you feel in your heart and your soul. There's nothing I would take for granted. With me, we'll make it through. Takes two hearts to fix heartbreak. We grew apart, I made a mistake, but I'll try to make it up to you, my darling. Ooh.
Go. 8 strides all done. Kind of doing some on the concrete because the runway was not as long as I thought it would be, but got the rest done on the grass. Feeling really, really good. We're gonna run another 2 miles back home. That's gonna be it for Premeet. And we'll probably talk a little bit about the race in a little bit. So see you guys then. All right, it's dinner time. We are heading to Tarun Pasta Factory. Time for a little walk, right, Julia?
Yes.
All right, everybody, we are back at the hotel. It is currently 10 o'clock at night. We are getting ready for bed, getting ready to get a nice long night of sleep before this big 800-meter race that we have tomorrow at the Stanford Invitational. I'm super excited for this one. I have been here 2 times already to the Stanford Invitational. This will be my 3rd time here. Each time I ran the 800. First time was 3 years ago. I did not have a good race at all. I remember running. Julia, could you T-Freeze me real quick and see if you could figure out what time I ran? 3 years ago here, and it was bad. I did not do well. 3 years ago, in 2022, in March, I ran a 156.75 in this 800. I remember finishing this race, and just a couple days later, I know I've told this story before, but I almost quit track and field altogether. Not a good race. However, I kind of redeemed myself coming back the next year, ran at this meet again 2 years ago, and I was able to rip out a faster time. I believe it was closer to 153. And in this race, it's always really good weather here. It's always really sunny out here in California. And I know that by the time that tomorrow comes around, we're going to be looking at 70 degrees, not a lot of wind. It's supposed to be really prime conditions to go out there and put together a really good performance. So I've gotten to talk to Nate a little bit about the plan, about kind of who's in my heat, what to look for, who to key off of. And I've got a pretty good plan. A lot of really good runners in this heat, a lot of 148, 149 guys in my heat. So the competition is going to be very solid. However, I think that the one thing that's going to separate me from a lot of the competition is the extended aerobic training that I've been doing up to this point. Nate has told me that this strength aspect that we've been putting into this training, a lot of 1500 races, mile races, is going to really be able to finally show when we race tomorrow, especially down here at sea level. So a lot of things that we got going for us. It's going to be really, really solid competition, but we're going to be able to put together a really strong performance tomorrow in the 800 meters. Plan is hopefully get out really honestly. In my 800s, especially in indoor season, I've had some trouble, inconsistency getting out really well, but it's outdoor season. It's not as constricted, not as close together and bunched up as indoor track is. I'll have plenty of room to get out exactly how fast I want to get out, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out really strong that first 200 meters. One thing also that I've been thinking of kind of as I've been going through indoor and outdoor season, and it really came to fruition at this last meet at CSU, is that the 1500 just felt too conservative. It's hard to really get my pacing down, and the 400 meters, especially with the training that I've been doing, is just a little bit too fast for me right now. And I really feel like the training that I've been doing up to this point really suits me perfectly for the 800 meters. And that I really felt that last week, just this weird not feeling comfortable in the paces that I was running at CSU. Today we get to really nail down those paces that we've been working on in workouts, in time trials, and races all the way up to this point. So I'm excited to see what we pull out for our very first 800 meter of our last outdoor season of track and field. It's going to be a really fun one. That's going to do it for this pre-race breakdown. We will see you guys tomorrow bright and early, getting ready for this 800 meter here. Ugh, voice crack. Getting ready for this 800 meter race here in Stanford. Let's do this, baby. All right. What's up, everybody? It is race day. It is currently 10 o'clock in the morning. We race at 2:20 p.m. So we're still about 4.5 hours away from our 800 meter race, but we just got a really good breakfast. We're going to have a little bit of a snack in a little bit, probably 3 hours out. 2 hours out is bicarb, 1 hour out is warm up, and then it's go time from there. So we're just going to relax for the next hour or two, probably, until we decide to Uber down to the track, a little bit further away than we thought it was initially. So we'll probably drive down there instead of trying to walk the 2 miles that it takes to get to the track. That's kind of the plan for right now. No really other thoughts for this race. Just, going over the breakdown with Nate and getting ready to rip out a really fast time in this 800 meters. So I'm really excited. We'll see you guys at the track. Here we go.
Avery Elite. Elect Bravo San Marcos. Classic in 3. We are huge. Fortunate CCS not here a year ago for those out person. You see a 1.4 lead out there back. Right, in 2. Still in the 100 hurdle final for winning.
All right, just took the bike carb, about half an hour until we warm up. Again, feeling really solid. I haven't felt that in every race that I've had up to this point, since probably like the start of college, I've had some moment, at least like a week out, between a week out and 1 day out from whatever I race. It's like a moment where my stomach drops. I'm like, okay, I'm really about to go again race. And I've really had that moment for this race. This is probably the first time that's happened in a long time. So I don't feel super nervous, and that can be a good thing, but it can also be really dangerous. So I just need to have caution. I need to remember that, you know, this is an honest race. This is a really high competition race, and yeah, I'm gonna go out there and use that to my advantage, not worry too much about the end result, and just have fun during the race, during the process. So that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, warm-up's in about half an hour, so we're gonna do that. Julie's gonna get some footage, and it's race time, baby. Stanford Invitational, 800 meter. Let's do this.
Gave you all that I could give, but it wasn't enough. Oh, tried to show me how to live when I was numb. And why did I never listen when you would listen to me and make the wrong decisions, resisting?
Here we go, it's time. Stanford Invited 100, feeling really good. Shoot for a good time here. Here we go.
Tried to give the best of it, but it was coming undone. Oh, every choice filled with regret, till the night we were done. It's the second time of trying to listen, but feeling so misunderstood. Every word and action misfigured, but promises no good.
And why did I never listen when you
Andrade 149.55. Go 149.78. Bergen and Force 150.11.
Great race. Great 800 season opener. 149.4. Again, we're headed where we were outdoor last year. Last year we ran a 149.75 in San Diego. Here we run a 149 low, 149 mid. So great race. Maybe not the time we were looking for, but as far as racing goes, executed that perfectly. I'll talk about this later, but I didn't even know there was going to be a pacer. Didn't know we were going to go out in like 52, 53, but hung on for dear life, made some really good moves that last 100, and closed really strong. That's what we like to see. So, like I said, we're going to cool down, break this out later. Excellent outdoor season opener for the 800. Let's go, man. All right, time to head to Chipotle. Post-race meal. That's the go-to, right, Julia?
Yeah.
I feel like we always get Chipotle after a race, but there's a reason. There's a reason. All right, how many of you guys have seen Top Gun? If you guys are a big Tom Cruise fan like I am, you'll know that in the movie Top Gun, especially in the new one, there's all these scenes of Tom Cruise, of all the pilots, just flying through the air. They're switching their gears, they're changing controls, they're doing all sorts of things, and the planes are doing barrel rolls and flying all over the place. It's insanity. It's chaos. Honestly, that was how it felt during this race here at Stanford. It felt like with all the surges that were being made, with the weird pacing, with the final sprint at the end, it really, there's stuff that you can't really see on that backstretch that was really chaotic and really crazy. And I am super proud of the fact that I was able to power through that. And even though things didn't go my way, getting clipped, getting boxed in, being in weird positions throughout the race, I am very happy with my ability to go out there and especially push that last 100 meters and get a win. We ran a 1:49.43 for our outdoor 800 meter season opener at Stanford. During this race, like I said, it was pretty chaotic. I got out pretty strong. I remember thinking to myself before the race, I really have to prioritize getting out well. That is going to be the key to success here in this 800 meters, because during a lot of indoor season, I didn't really get out that hard. I was stuck early on, I was boxed in, and I never really had good positioning. So I told myself, even if it hurts a little bit and I pay the price at the end, I'm gonna get out hard and put myself in a good position early in this race. And that's exactly what I did. 100 meters in, we hit the brake, and I'm pretty much all on my own except for the pacer, who I didn't know was gonna be the pacer at the time. I think it was a Cal Poly kid. Came around on my outside, he took the lead, and we came through 225 high, 26 low probably. So pretty honest for the first 200 meters. During that next 200 meters, especially on the turn, I noticed that Cal Poly guy started taking a couple looks back, and I was like, is this guy pacing? I think this guy is pacing. He's acting like he's pacing. If you're running at 800, you're not looking back like that, especially on the first lap. And sure enough, we get to 300 meters in, takes one look back and hops off to the inside of the track, and I am all on my own in the lead. I joked with the guys after the race about this, but I told them, you guys made a pretty big mistake letting Jesse lead the race with 400, 500 meters to go, because I do not run that well when I am out in front, when I'm the one who's designating the pace. I don't do a very good job with that. I'm just going to be honest. I tend to slow down. I typically do well when I'm racing with people and I can see my competition. I'm better when I'm the hunter rather than the hunted. Sort of that middle 300 meters, it slowed down pretty good. We slowed down by quite a bit. And I think that's why it cost me a chance to run a 148 at this race. But that's okay. 149, still super happy with that for a season opener. We're ahead of where we were last year. Last year at San Diego, we ran a 149.75, so we're already, around a quarter to a half a second faster than that to start this outdoor season. So it's a great sign. However, after we hit that bell lap, I start to slow down a little bit. I feel the Stanford guy go around me on my outside. His name is Zane. He's a very good Stanford runner. He went around on my outside, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to prioritize pushing and kicking at the end of this race, even if it doesn't come until the last 100 meters. My game plan of kicking around 300, 250 meters out was kind of out the window at that point because I became boxed in. The Stanford runner was in first. One of the Bradley runners was on my outside. You can't really see it that well in the video, but I got boxed in with like 200, 150 meters to go. And I thought to myself, how am I going to get out of this? I'm boxed in. I start to get clipped by the Stanford runner and the Bradley runner, both on my outside and in front of me. And sometimes, you guys might know this, but sometimes during a race like the 800 meters or even the mile, you're going to get clipped. And when that happens, like someone's spike pops back up and gets you on the front side, there's just this massive rush of adrenaline. And I got that rush of adrenaline. I was like, all right, I got to go now. I got to start moving. And that's exactly what I did. I started to move. Even at that point, the New Mexico runner, his name is Matthew, started coming around on the outside too. And there's like 4 of us all right next to each other, 3 to 4 of us in that last 100 meters. And it was during that middle 200 meters that I felt like Top Gun, honestly, where I'm like, okay, I'm switching gears. I'm strategizing on the fly. I'm trying to figure out how to put myself in a better position, basically second to second during this race. It was very fast paced. It was a race. It really felt like a race. Sometimes these 800 meter runs, these mid distance runs, they can feel like, there's a pacer and you're just going for a time and there's not a lot of racing. This one felt like a real race. It was intense. And 100 meters to go, I kicked it into gear. And I made this really interesting move. I made this at Washington where I kind of split between people going diagonally, where I've got the Bradley runner on my inside, I've got the New Mexico runner on my outside, and I sort of just weave between them and sort of elbow my way into the space and create some space a little bit in that last 100 meters. And at that point, it's just a sprint. It's just who's got the kick. And I happened to have the most in the tank that day. I was able to get the win, run that 149.43, super happy with the time. Fastest outdoor season opener for the 800 ever. So we are in a great place to open this outdoor season, this last outdoor season that I'm going to be doing in track and field. Great day at Stanford. Not a lot of things went our way, but we still powered through, and I'm very happy with the effort. Nate was happy with the effort. We kind of had similar races where we ran really well, ran really fast, really close to our PRs, and yet we know that we can run faster. We know that we've got more in the tank, and that's going to come out later in the season is the hope. So in just under 2 weeks, we will be heading to the Brian Clay Invitational. We are also running the 800 meters there at Azusa Pacific University. That is the biggest race in the nation for distance events. It's that and the Tom Jones Invitational. That's going to be huge. There's usually more than like 300 people entered into the 800, at least like the Invitational 800 heats. Because it's so saturated, it's almost like we're guaranteed to be around people that are going for that 147. These people that are in that 148 range that want to make that leap. I'm hoping to be in a really good position going into Brian Clay, shooting for that 147. Again, the A goal is 147, but the goal that I've been shooting for, the big picture goal that goes away from that time goal, is to just PR. If I can go out at Brian Clay Invitational and get a PR, I will be ecstatic. I will be so happy. That's the goal, and that's what we're gonna do. And if we just have fun with it and sort of loosen up, let ourselves have a good time with these races, I know that that's gonna come. Letting these expectations fall off of us, and we're gonna be just fine going into Brian Clay. So great season opener, Stanford University, 800 meters, 149.43. We've been consistently racking up these sub 150 races, so hoping to go faster than that Brian Clay, but we will see you guys for that race in 2 weeks. We'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.
Jesse Hayward in third with the shades. He's running unattached today. Formerly ran with Northern Colorado. He's moving up. Here comes Hayward, though. A 148.90 runner at his best in college.